Right now, I want to show you how to get 2,000 gallons of fresh, clean drinking water for your family. My name is Jason Hanson. I'm a former CI officer, and I know the importance of fresh, clean water. I've been in situations where if I didn't have some type of way to filter water, it could have turned very ugly. So obviously, because pipes can burst, because the government infrastructure is very bad. I mean, look what just happened in Jackson, Mississippi, where they didn't have any clean water for a long time. So you'd be out of your mind if you didn't have multiple ways to filter water and provide clean water for your family. This is one of the ways here. This is actually what I use in my office on a daily basis. So first, it requires 2 buckets. I'm gonna lift this up here just because there's a bucket underneath it. This bucket below is simply to put this on top of. It's a stand. So you can just put this on your kitchen counter. You don't need this stand thing here. I'm just using it so the video can show it. But to get started with what we're gonna do, as I mentioned, you need 2 buckets to begin with. These 2 right here. So when I lift it up, you gotta buy 2 buckets. I recommend getting food grade buckets. Sure, in an emergency, you can go to Home Depot, you can go to Lowe's, get the orange bucket, get the blue bucket. But if you're gonna do this right, if you're gonna do this for a long-term scenario, then buy the food grade buckets. They only cost a few dollars more. It's worth it. Here I have 3-gallon buckets because they don't take up a ton of space. Like I just mentioned, this is what I use in my office for fresh, clean drinking water every single day. So I'm using this every single day, 365, or whenever I'm in the office. Once you have your buckets, the next thing you need to do is buy a spigot, because we're gonna be drilling holes in these buckets to turn into a water filter system. Right here, you can see the spigot that I use. Just go online and Google spigot for a bucket, or replacement spigot for a water filter bucket. Whatever that is, Google something like that, and you'll find them. These spigots are cheap. They usually come in packs of 2 or 4. Get multiple spigots just in case something goes wrong, in case you break one. Always better to have backup options. Once you buy your spigot, the next thing you need to do is get a water filter. So I am going to take this off, and since I use this, hopefully it won't spill and germ everywhere. All the water's in this bottom bucket. You need to buy a water filter. Hopefully you can see in there, you can see I've got 2 filters. I'm gonna unscrew this, and these are ceramic dome water filters. Just go online, do an internet search for ceramic dome water filters. You'll see plenty of options to choose from. These ceramic filters, right here that I'm holding, can filter 1,000 gallons each. I put another one in here, so I have 2 filters total, and the water system that I use so it can filter 2,000 gallons before I need to replace it. That is a lot of water. If you're single, that'll last you a heck of a long time, depending on how big your family is. All you gotta do is figure out the math, meaning you want 1 gallon per person per day. So since I have 6 kids and 8 people in my family total, well, that's 8 gallons a day times 30 days, 8 times 3 is 24, so I want 240 gallons a month for my family. Figure out your own family, but try and have at least 1 gallon per person per day that you can get in clean water for your family. So when you get these ceramic filters, the very first thing you need to do, and I got water spilling everywhere, where's mine? After you get these ceramic filters, remember, we had to buy the buckets, we had to buy a spigot, we buy the filters. Those are the only things you need for this. Once you do that, you're gonna notice I have put 2 holes in the bottom of this bucket. So all you gotta do is drill 2 holes, and it's in the bottom of the bucket that's going on the top, and also the lid. So you're gonna drill these 2 holes again, this bucket which goes on top, in the bottom of the top bucket, and also on the lid. Once you do that, you're gonna put it in there, and I'm gonna attempt to screw this back on, that way you can see. And of course I drop it in there. Let me find that again. There we go, all right. So all I'm doing is screwing my filter on. If you were doing this the very first time, all you would do is drill these 2 holes, screw both of your filters on, because once you've screwed them on, this is where the water is gonna drip out of, these ends here. So you got your filters in the bucket, as you can see here. I put it on top here. You're gonna get a cup, you're gonna get a bucket, another bucket, you're just gonna put it under your sink, depending on how tall your sink is. You are gonna fill this top bucket that I'm pointing into here with water. That water is gonna run out of these holes here in the bottom and fill this bottom bucket. So it's a gravity-fed water filtration system. Idiot-proof to make. All you gotta do is drill some holes. Anybody can do this. Once you fill this top bucket with water, it's gonna drip down through the filters into this bottom bucket. This bottom bucket's gonna include, the clean water that you can drink. So since I use this daily, there's already water in the bottom here. It's filtered out. I can use it to drink. Now, When it comes to these systems, first, you can make variety of systems. I have one that is my wife-approved system. I have mobile ones, meaning I put in a bug-out bag. If you want to see those, click on the link below. You'll see every single system that I use. The one that I use daily in my house for my wife and kids, the one that my wife actually lets us use because it's not ugly like buckets like this, so definitely click below and see that. But when you're getting one of these systems, always buy multiple water filters because you want to add when these 2,000 gallons run out, you want to have more. Store them in a cool, dry place, so don't keep it, in your garage or in your shed where it's 150 degrees and humid when you live in Florida or Texas or somewhere else. So have multiple filters, have more than one bucket. I mean, why not? Have backups to the backups to the backups, because we are talking about fresh, clean drinking water for your family, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when you're gonna have to use something like this because of a burst pipe, because of infrastructure problems, or because of an adversary like China, Russia, etc., poisoning the water supply, which is used a lot more than you would think when it comes to the intelligence business. So build a bucket system for your family. Click below to see all the systems I use for my family. I'm former CIA officer Jason Hanson. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on that ring notification because I got a lot more coming your way.